I'm not a scientist or a water expert or anything like that. I'm a housewife. So we'll just go with that. I've heard all this big stuff, now you're going to hear some little stuff. My name's Judy Kellen, and I was elected township trustee, and I took an oath to conduct the business of the township people in Cottage Township. And I found it virtually impossible to do this when Peabody's words touch from top to bottom and you can't read between the lines.
My husband and I are residents of Rocky Branch of beautiful southern Illinois. Over the last years, we have had to watch as Peabody has changed our landscape into a wasteland that looks similar to Mars in a bad sci-fi movie.
Been working hard to restore the old Vineyard Indian settlement of the Carvers Ridge area, and that extends out into various parts of southern Illinois, including Rocky Branch.
We have dust always, noise always, yes.
Granting a permit to Peabody Arklar Mining to move forward with the Rocky Branch mine would be highly
there's one question that it's hard to get an answer for. What right do you have to move into my neighborhood and destroy my property that I bought and paid for and pay taxes on?
It's like we've just been caught into a quicksand, and it's just pulling us down and down and down, and we're grasping at straws because all the laws seem to be benefiting the corporations and not the residents. A water pit, a wastewater pit on top of that 160-acre gob pile, and if we have an earthquake and that thing cracks, that wastewater is going to go all over this farmland, in our streams, back into the rivers.
Saline County, Illinois, nestled just above the Shawnee National Forest, built on the coal industry. The first mine operations began in 1854. In 1872, the Carroll and Vincennes Railroad was completed, providing a much more efficient way to move miners in and coal out. 20 years passed, and Saline County, with easy access to the railway, became a leader of coal mining in the Midwest. This boom brought with it what would eventually become the world's largest coal company. Peabody Coal began its first mining operations in the area in 1895. Skip forward nearly another 120 years. Peabody Arklar Mining currently runs 2 mines in Saline County and another nearby, along with several in Indiana, Wyoming, the Southwest United States, the Navajo Nation. There seems to be no end in sight. But one community is taking a stand.
It's a beautiful, beautiful area, beautiful wildlife, beautiful people. We have a lot of migrating birds that come. We have eagles, we have foxes, we have deer, and it's going to be destroyed. They're coming in, and within 12 days, there's going to be 80-some acres that are totally going to be wiped out.
Well, the big thing that happens in this is they recognize everything but just the human life part of it. You know, and when you go to talking about that, it's good to talk about all this other stuff, but what concerns me is I live just over here and they're going to be within 500 feet of my back door.
As days pass, the Cottage Grove strip mine is being expanded, and the people who live there are fighting back. They have spent days on end filing paperwork, making phone calls, and participating in protest, both at the mine site and elsewhere, but to no avail. Even when neighbors have sold and moved away, they refuse to sit by and watch as their community is destroyed and their air and water is contaminated. In early March 2014, trucks hauled an overweight machinery to the new mine site using public roads, causing damage already on the first day. To avoid any further trouble, Peabody purchased the road that connects the mine to the highway from the Saline County Board for $75,000 with a charitable donation of $135,000. There is $40 million worth of coal under Rocky Branch Road. Again, this was against the wishes of the people who depend on this road as the only safe route during heavy rain, as all the other roads around them are in a severe floodplain area. On March 12th, before mining permits could even be approved, clear-cutting began at the Rocky Branch Mine, with goals set for all timber to be off of the property in slightly under 2 weeks, just before the official roosting season of the endangered Indiana bat in the area where it stays to breed. At what point do we stop and ask ourselves, is it worth it? When far more efficient and renewable energy sources are available, why drive these people from the homes they have lived in their whole lives when the outcome is something that does more harm than good?
Agricultural fields, these old cornfields, soybean fields, they may get to plant them again this year, but if they do, this will be the last year that these fields will produce food.
The most important thing we can do if we want to phase fossil fuels out of use is to educate our youth. But something equally important must happen first. They must fall in love with the land that surrounds them, or they will never care for what they see in their backyard. And the best way to see to that is simply to bring them 20 miles down the road, away from farmlands and coal mines, and let them experience the beauty of it for themselves.